Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just going to do a full day worth of Wing Fighter on how I get through my day and how I get all my freebies and how I play the Titan. And I'm basically just going to do a video on everything that I do in the day. And I thought about using music and just kind of showing everybody that way. But at the same time, I figured I might be able to help some of the new players out, and I will show some of my technology. So for some of the medium players and some of the bigger players, you might be able to see what my idea is and kind of what's working for me. And so really this was dedicated to, saw a lot of players just struggling, even still struggling, trying to figure out why they're not getting their daily mission rewards and different things like that. And maybe I can just speak out loud as I'm playing and show everybody what I do daily and how I get all my freebies and different things like that. So the number one first thing that I do when I log in, the very first thing when I have everything ready and accessible is I'll go to the shop and I'll go to the chests, and right out of the gate, since this is free 10 times, this counts as watching an ad. And so right here, since there's 10 of these, I will start out immediately with this. The second thing that I will do, because this also goes to your ads, is I will do my free resources. So these do count as watching ads. And so I'll claim this one, and I'm going to go backwards just a tiny bit here, guys. So let's go to the daily missions. So I got my login for logging in. Destroy 50 small planes, destroy 5 helicopters, destroy 3 strong foes, destroy 1 boss, open 2 chests by watching ads, which the very first chest with the 10, again, you can open 2 of those and you'll trigger this one. And then, of course, watch your ads. And then right there, when I was doing my free resources, you guys can see that those do count as ads. Now, one thing that I am doing, I'm going to skip just a little bit here before I go back to what I normally would do, is I do pay for the privilege card and the super privilege card. I do, and I'll tell you guys why. Because that's 450 diamonds or something like that per day that I get out of this. And if you add that up, I mean, that's well over 16,000 diamonds in the month. And if you go to buy diamonds, let's just go for 1,400, that's $99. Now with your VIP passes, one's what, $19.99, and the other one's $9.99. So right there alone, I'm saving a ton of money by getting both of these instead of just going out and again buying the expensive 14,000 diamonds for $99.99. So right there, there's a trick and a tip from me to you guys that I do pay for that. Now, the other thing that I do is I do the battle pass. And if you guys look, this would normally be something that I would do on my daily. But when I get my battle pass, because I have such a good legion, I'm able to make up for the diamonds. And when I get my battle pass, I open this all up in the first day. I want all those gems. I want all of these special packs. I want the special equipment for the or the Titan equipment. And so there's my little trick, is I do open this whole entire thing up, guys. Now you can do your daily, and if you don't want to spend any diamonds, you're having a hard time getting diamonds, totally open it up like it's a Christmas morning every day for you. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're wondering why I don't have anything to open today, is because I do just get them all. But what's cool is when you do open all these, you still do get a bonus for a little while. And so when you open it all up, you can for a little while get the daily bonus that it shows here at the bottom. So just giving you guys a heads up here for the new players. Since we're just here, I might as well just go and just say it out loud to you guys. So these are 1,000% worth paying for, guys. Absolutely. These are diamond mines. And I mean, you can you can earn some serious diamonds at a very low payment of opening up basically your fun packs. And then when you go to your funds, so your first one, what it's saying here is for all of your talents right here that you start acquiring, you do get diamonds every time you get a new talent. So let me go back here, guys. And so going back to your fun pack, that's what the first one, growth fund, is. Again, getting all of your talents. And you know, right here, 300, 5,000, 6,000. And so when you do those and you have it all activated, I mean, that's a lot of diamonds, and you start adding that up all together, and for the money you're paying into this, it is well worth it. Just giving you guys a heads up. These kind of kick the players in the tail, because each time you, right here, you can read stages 1 through 20 on your missions. Each stage that you clear, you get a diamond bonus. The next one down is 22 through 40, 42 through 60, and then 62 through 80. And I had a majority of these done. So when they launched this program, some of us players have been playing for a little while. I ended up with, I don't know, 250,000 diamonds at one time. And then a lot of players asked me what I did with that, and I put a lot of those into the gyms, the actual gyms. And so your guys' packs, since I'm here, there's the freebie. This would be one that you'd want to do pretty much daily. It is free, so I'm going to grab that since I'm here. But these daily packs sometimes can be better than some of the other offers. And so, you know, right here, the advanced pack with your gems, this is not a bad way to start collecting your gems here and there. $4.99 here and there. If you have the money, these are pretty worth it. These actually would save you a tiny bit more money than going into the actual chest with the 4 gems, and that can get incredibly expensive, since we're on the gym topic. But here, just every once in a while, this one I would recommend off of this page, your weeklies right here with the random SR pilot shards, and also the badges. If you have the extra cash, these are absolutely worth right here for me to get. And then your monthly packs here, you can see they are worth it. The premium monthly pack, you can get 1,500 badges. And so if you're trying to go after your pilots, again, you have the extra money, these are worth it. And so between your weekly and between your monthly, you should be able to almost pick up an SR pilot monthly by doing this. But yes, it can get extremely expensive, but if you're going to spend the money, that's where I would spend the money, is especially on the pilots, the SR pilots. And I'm not going to get too deep into the pilots and all that different stuff, but since I was grabbing my freebie on the daily pack, I figured I'd throw a couple little tips out to you guys, especially the new guys. And so going back, we'll refresh ourselves here. We're going after basically our daily missions. Now, right here, do you see where it says remaining time, guys? So I have 19 hours, or excuse me, 19 hours to go in order to redo this tomorrow. So if I wake up and I'm not paying attention to that time right there, and I start doing all of this, you're not going to get your daily rewards. And that's the reason why you guys weren't getting your daily rewards, is they changed this, what was it, about a week ago, week and a half. And so everybody was, you know, screaming and kind of kicking and wondering why they're not getting their daily mission packs. And that's the reason why right there alone, the time remaining. So might be a good idea just to wait until all of this, till the timer goes out and resets before you even start playing the game even. And so that's kind of what I did to start this daily mission today for you guys, to show you how I do mine. So again, we're going after the daily missions, and I started it, right guys? So I'm gonna go back to my chest, because this is every minute I do this, it's going to go down and it's going to give me a freebie. And of course, I want all 10 of those in the day. They're free. So then going back to your resources, again, I'm just kind of starting over to where I would start during the day. And I'm going to claim these. The ad free is 110% worth it also, guys. And so if you're not paying for that, if anything that you're going to pay for the ad free, because it's going to get you through this game a lot faster. You're not going to have to sit there for 2 minutes in some cases on the ads. And that, if anything, is one of my bigger tips to the newer guys. Absolutely pay for the ad free, guys. It is 100% worth it. And that's what it's talking about on your daily missions. Watch an ad. So with the ad free, I'm able to just collect these. Look how fast I'm able to collect these instead of watching a stupid ad for potentially 2 minutes. And that is a game changer. And if you're liking the game, you've been playing it, get the ad free, guys, because right there I just got all of my resources for free. It is going to count now as watching ads. So right there, so I got my 2 chests, and I've got my watch 5 ads, and I've got my login. Now I'm not going to do any of this. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a lengthy video, guys, because I'm going to play as if you guys aren't here and I'm not talking out loud, and what I would do when I play this every single day. So okay, so that was the first freebies. Now we're going after our freebies. And so one of the other ones, upgrade a weapon. And so here's a tip from me to you guys. Look at my bomb score, or my ultimate bomb. Now, the only thing this ultimate bomb is good for is missions, and you're endless. Yeah, you can get a base power out of it. That's cool. Okay, whatever. But me personally, I use this as a little savings account. This is my savings account. So if I need to go do something, or I start saving, or I'm going to go upgrade a fighter, I absolutely will use my ultimate bomb as my fund, or my savings account, or my bank account. And so if you guys look at my, again, it's 143, but what's cool about me doing this and not always having it maxed out, I can just come here every single time, and now I just got my daily mission for upgrading basically a weapon. So there's my little tip on that. And then of course you're going to go over your pilot, and you're going to hit your recruit, and now you just got a free pilot card. And what is it? So I got 5 shards, and so that's for free. So there, and your drone, you're gonna get, you're gonna go and get. Now these, you get 3 free refreshes without having to spend any rhinite, basically. And so it's not free to get your drone if it lands on it. But at least you're not spending any diamonds, basically, is how you get the rhinite. But you're not really spending any diamonds by giving you the 3 moves. So I'll do my 3 free moves. Hey, great. And so I've got all of those freebies. So since I've been sitting here, just as a reminder, look what I can keep doing. So as I'm playing throughout what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come back, and I'm going to come get these little freebies right here. Why not? And so we got all of our freebies here. You can come back and let's check our dailies, okay? Destroy 50 small planes, destroy 50 helicopters, destroy 3 strong foes, and destroy 1 boss. Now, you can do this all in one run by playing the Endless Challenge. So the rest of this you can get just by playing the Endless Challenge. Just make sure that you make it to a boss, and or you can just play 1 mission per day, and that will trigger the rest of this daily mission. But since I'm playing my game, here's another thing that I don't want to miss. You can see up here, I'm going to go into my mailbox because it's telling me I have mail. And the reason why is I'm going to get my daily rewards of super privileged, and then I've got my privilege card. So on this one, there's 300. On this one, there's 150. That makes 450 450 diamonds a day, guys. Now you times that by 10, times that by 30, and for the money that you have for both of those, it is a fraction of the cost than going to get 14,000 diamonds for $99. So right there alone, it's a little game changer right here. You can use these daily on different things, changing some technology, or save them. There's a million things you can do with this, but is it worth it? Yeah, absolutely. If you got the extra cash and you're trying to get a little bit more ahead, absolutely it is. And then of course, your ranking rewards of Legion Hunt. And of course, you want these daily. You've got to get with a good Legion, or a Legion that's playing that Legion Hunt, because that's how you're getting your coins to upgrade your technology. So you want this every single day. You want to do your Legion Hunt every single day. Now, I am set up right now in technology, and now let me go backwards, because I am set up in Star Scramble to go fight in Star Scramble, but look, I don't have my recoils on. And maybe I'll go over that here in a little bit here. Here's my fighter, here's my equipment, and I am basically set up, and I'll show you guys, I told you I'd show you my technology. So my technology setup here, if you guys don't know what the heck's going on here, I have 4 different setups. My first setup is for Star Scramble and Planet Wars. That way I don't have to sit here and keep clicking through my technology, changing it 500 times. I have 4 different technologies sitting here that I can scroll through depending on what I'm going to do. My second one is for Titan setup, or Titan play and general play. And then my third one is for Legion Boss aerial only with no defense. And then my fourth one is for Legion Boss ground with no defense. So just showing you guys how I have mine set up. And if yours doesn't look like this on new players, yes, you can set up 4 different setups. That way, if you have to change it, and you don't want to spend the rest of your life clicking your technology and setting it up differently every single time, yes, you can have 4 playlists or 4 setups within this. So again, here is my Star Scramble and Planet Wars. I am always going to max out as much as humanly possible. And for the new players, this is a pretty big key to playing Star Scramble and Planet Wars, is your defense against aerial enemies. Because what are we doing mainly in those? We're fighting other players in what? Their ships. So they are aerial enemies. So damage increase is 100% must. Increase damage against aerial enemies, including what? Players. Equipment. So I like to use the Conquer a lot, and I will mix it with Hard Rock, but I still don't put a lot on my main gun attack. So depending on what ship you guys are using, the Conquer was having a pretty big glitch there for a while on if you were even getting any percentages or any extra points by using the attack rate. So a lot of the Conquer players don't really use or put a lot of technology, because I can put that technology somewhere else where it counts. But here's my technology setup, and everybody, maybe not the new players, but most players know that the wing gun is the weakest out of all the weapons. So I would try to max out my main gun first. I would try to max out my missiles first. I would max out as much as possible the defense and offense. And the other really crucial one is your armor, increase armor base. But you guys see, what did I say about the ultimate bomb? Don't put anything on that. You guys don't need that. And even in your missions, I wouldn't. I would put that technology to your weapons, or against, depending on what you're doing. We'll go over a little bit more of this when I switch over to a few other things here. But Don't waste your technologies on things that you're not really doing. And between me and you, I never put a technology against normal enemies. I never put a technology against strong foes. It's either going to be an aerial enemy, a ground enemy, and then a boss. But within Planet Wars and Star Scramble, we're not against a boss. So why would you put technology on boss or any of this stuff other than against an aerial enemy, which is the other player? So there's my tip for you guys and the new guys. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to go play Star Scramble real quick because I'm set up for it. And right here, your gems are very important, guys. I am set up for aerial enemies. So look, right here, all of my slots say what? Fighter against aerial enemies, including players. So I am ready to go and do a little bit of damage here. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you guys my drones again. And 9 out of 10 times I would be playing with the recoils. But Star Scramble is so jacked up lately. Again, it is not saving what you have in there. If you change your drones or do anything like that or level one down to upgrade another one, you will lose all of your points basically against your drone here. And so I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And I put up a video, I think last week about it, that if I change to my recoils, and I forget that I changed my recoils, level my burning drones down, these will be at 1, even though Star Scramble is supposed to save your defensive formation. It's not saving. And so I decided to not do my recoils, and I'll tell you why. Because I would rather get higher points in my daily missions than worrying about Star Scramble. So I left my burning drones on purpose so that I didn't have to spend a whole bunch of diamonds going back and forth from recoil to burning to recoil to burning. You are going to burn a ton of diamonds. And so one thing for me on Star Scramble especially is, unless you are the top guy or girl and you know that you're going to win, I already know that there's always going to be a bigger and badder player. So I'm not even really trying to play as if I'm going after the biggest and baddest player. I'm not playing it right like that right now. I'm playing with my burning drones again so I can go to do Titan, the Legion boss, and I would rather have these on and get a little bit more point value out of my burning drones in the regular missions and different things like that than worrying about Star Scramble right now. So that's why you're not seeing me use the recoils. Normally I would, but Wingfighter has this desperately into a diamond money pit. And if you're supposed to be able to save your defenses, why is that not saving? Why do I have to spend 1,000,000 diamonds to now switch over to my burning drones to play the regular game? So, and some of you might be asking, why don't you mix and match? I'm not a super big fan of mixing and matching. Again, I would rather have all of my burning drones on the Titan and the Legion boss and the Endless. And the recoils are not really completely designed to do those missions. You can get a little bit of value out of it, but you're going to get away better value out of using your burning drone. So right now, I expect to lose a little bit. We're playing a massively big Legion right now, and I already know that I'm not going to worry about getting beat. There's always going to be somebody bigger and badder, so don't worry about it. Set your own goals and go at your own pace. And so, especially to the new players, don't get hung up too much on that. But yes, recoils really should be what I have on going into Star Scramble, but I'm not going to change those. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. And so, yeah, we have some massive players here. And so, and the other thing is a lot of the times with these massive players, with the defenses alone that's on here, sometimes you're not even going to get a hit on them depending on what defense that they have. And sometimes it's going to take you 2, 3, 4. I mean, it could potentially take all of my moves to go after this 4 million player and a 3.8 player. So that's another reason why I'm not too worried about the recoils right now, especially in Star Scramble, because these players are so massive and big that, you know, even if I have my recoils on and switch over, that's not going to really matter that much at this point. A little bit though, the recoils, I have a lot of faith in the recoils. They do work, guys, but the way I have my burning drones set up, they work pretty dang good too. I do have a couple shields on there, and I do get some of my HP value back out of the burning drones too. So setting up your skills and attributes are pretty important. And yes, you can still get some of those values even out of the burning drone. So why don't I just do this? Let's see. It doesn't look like when I read through, so like I said, I'm playing this as if you guys aren't here and I'm just speaking out loud, but it doesn't look like anybody has attacked this player yet. So they do have energy absorption device, and so you would have to beat him 70% to knock this completely off after being attacked 3 times, already attacked 1. So 1 player has attacked him 1 out of the 3 times. So until he's past that 70%, this makes this an incredibly difficult player to go after, especially if you're a smaller player. I am a smaller player against him, so but we'll go ahead and just attack. Oh, somebody must have beat him while we're talking here. Let's see what happens here, guys. Oh, okay. Well, right here, I thought my moves had reset earlier. But anyways, that's still good for you guys to go over. Yeah, we're pretty much done with Star Scramble today. And this was a really tough team, guys. They had, what, 7 players over 3.5 million. But that was a pretty good description, though, and I'm glad that even without the moves and stuff, regardless, at least for some of the new players, you got to see my technology, what I have to say about it, what you can kind of look for, and right here, again, you can look at all of their defenses, who's hit the defense. A lot of times it'll actually say which player. And let me bring up a little etiquette to this, maybe. If you see that a player on your team has hit one of these guys, you might ask them if they're going to finish that player, because if you attack a player and you didn't get any point value out of it, and another player from your team now goes and attacks him and gets the points, you know, that's a little bit of a foul. And so depending on how you guys are communicating into your teams and different stuff like that, make sure you're really communicating, because if somebody went through and took the time to try to knock one of these defenses off so that they can actually get points, and then again, one of the other teammates steals it, that's not a very good etiquette. So I don't know how you guys have it set up, or your communications, but you know, again, a lot of these players, even if you're bigger than another player, depending on, you know, what defense that they have on, you still might not get any points. You still might have to knock that defense down, even if it's a smaller player, to get your points. So, you know, just have a little bit of etiquette, and hopefully you guys are communicating really good within your community about how to do that. But I just kind of wanted to bring that up, especially to the new players. So just make sure you have good communication with your team also. But yep, that's Star Scramble. You guys saw my setup, my explanation why I have my burning drones on, and again, you know, just it's kind of up to you. And then you guys got to see my technology also. So so that definitely was worth it. I'm kind of glad that I didn't have any moves. This was gonna eat up a bunch of my moves right here, guys. These are incredibly big and tough players right here. But okay, guys, let's move on. So I'm just gonna say I did my Star Scramble, but how much time did I take? I took a little bit of time, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go over and grab my free chest real quick before I do something else. And so what I would do next is I would go check the Legion boss. Okay, so Legion boss is an aerial. Now, maybe I could flash something for you guys here. I have a cheat sheet that was done by Tech with Dirty Dirty OB Legion, and I think somebody from the Texas Outlaws, but this had been passed around for a long time, and I'm glad I got my hands onto it. And if you guys don't have this or see it, I'm throwing you guys a pretty big bone, because just about most all medium and bigger legions and other players, this isn't quite such a secret anymore, but this is a pretty good guide to what ship you should try, what ship is most effective against the Legion boss. And this has changed right here too, especially with the destroyer. They did the destroyer missiles, and the wing gun is pretty dang powerful, and a lot of majorly big players, especially on the Titan right now, and even on some of the Legion bosses, are mix and matching now the destroyer missiles and the wing gun. But right here, I can go to my little cheat sheet, and Pegasus says conquer all the way across. And so I am going to use, and I'm just throwing you guys a little bone there. And so I will go and make sure that we're set up. Now, let me show you guys how I do all of this. And while I'm here, look, I've got a really good Legion that shares diamonds, and my Legion is just amazing on what they share. And so you want to get with a good Legion that you can get diamonds, so that you can do some of these things and spend diamonds and do your technologies. But again, this should be another thing that you guys go after all the time. While you're playing, is always check in with your Legion on what they're sharing. Yeah, I want some of this stuff. Look at that. That's so I will auto select that one. But right here, going to the collections, guys, and even so, I'm going through my routine. That's one thing that I haven't done. I haven't gone to my collection center to see what all I got. So I have got all of that. And even though a lot of players, let me do this. A lot of players, after they get Alice, they just stop. Me, I'm not stopping. I mean, it doesn't take much to come over here, especially for some of you medium and big players. You guys should be going after these regardless. I mean, it takes 45 seconds to come over here to get this. And eventually, if you're just sitting here, day after day after day, eventually you might get Mina. It takes forever. I've been playing the game over 2 years, and I don't even think I'm close to a 5-star yet on her, or even close to a 6-star, because it takes forever. But even you medium players, if you're watching this, guys, it takes just a second to come over here, and especially you new players, if you got time to open up your phone for just a minute or two, come over and keep opening these, so that you can get Chris or Alice or potentially Mina. So absolutely grab these. I mean, it takes a second just to come in here. But here's a reminder now, before I even go further. Here's some more freebies that I haven't done in front of you guys. So again, I take my time and I do a bunch of different things, but I round. There's not a right way or wrong way to start this, guys. There really isn't. You just need to remember to grab it all. So I went to my collections. Now, this critical strike, again, going back to the Legion, you want a good Legion to collect your stuff, your diamonds, and I'm going to show you why. Because a lot of these have the bonuses. If you spend 100 diamonds, you're going to get a bonus. And so right here, I know your pilot cards and badges, it does do that. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Remaining. And actually, it's not giving me my little bonus on that one. The gem should do it, though. Let's see. Yeah, generally you should be able to spend 100 extra diamonds to get those. I wonder if the game changed that, because yesterday I was able to get them. And again, we went through tasking. And so anything that's highlighted, guys, you guys need to open these up daily. Get your freebies out of it. If they give you the extra, hey, spend 100 extra diamonds for another round, absolutely, especially on those gems, grab those. But now that I've got my gems, now that I've got this a little bit under control, you heard what I said, a little bit under control on your events. I'm going to go to my talent now, and I'm going to fuse those gems. So I got a 2-star red out of that. So I'm not going to complain. But now I'm going after the Legion boss. And so some things are going to change here, guys. I don't want these aerials on. What do I want to do? Because I said the key word of what? Boss. So I'm going to put my boss gems on. I'm going to put my big, bad boss gems on combined. And the other reason why I'd want to do that instead of all aerial is because these gems are bigger than the aerial gems that I had in there. So it's making me a little bit more powerful just by the power of the gem. These are two red gems a piece. And then I've got a 2 red aerial, because that is an aerial. Now, if that was a ground boss, then I would change these to ground gems. So depending on what the boss is, yes, you want to take the time and you want to put the right gems in, guys. Absolutely take the time, maximize your score, help the team out. The more points I can get for the team, the more potential coins that we can get together. So I do want to maximize these. And so again, that's why I'm not a big recoil fan and mixing matching. I would rather use my burning drones on everything, and that's just me personally. So if you're mixing and matching, hey, more power to you. If you don't want to spend the diamonds on tech setups and different stuff like that, I totally get it. But me, I want to try to maximize my scores and my points. And so again, I'm with a good Legion that I can make up for some of those diamonds because they're sharing diamonds. Okay, so now, what was the other thing? We know that that's a aerial boss, okay? Or a Legion boss. So I'm going to go to my setup, and how did I tell you guys that I have mine set up? So again, that's my Star Scramble Planet Wars. Here's my Titan. Here is my what? My aerial, no defense. And here's my ground, no defense. Now, why would I have no defense? So I'm going to load this real quick. Okay, so look, I didn't have enough materials, guys. You see that? And this is kind of important. I want to show you guys. I'm okay with that. Because why? If I go back to my equipment, what did I tell you guys I use my ultimate bomb for? I use it as a bank account. So I'm going to go back to my setup. And look at there, I had enough points to open up my aerial, no defense technology for Legion boss. Now, why would I not want defense on a Legion boss? Why? Because I don't expect to get hit, I don't want to get hit, and you shouldn't get hit. So why do you need defense? So the smartest thing to do is take all of those points you normally put into your defense and do what? Put it to your offense. Look at this, guys. No defense. See that? So look at what I have now. Damage against aerial enemies, including players, 100%. Increased damage against boss, 100%. And look, guys, no defense. And I have some of my coins that I just got today that I showed you guys. And so I'm going to come in here and do what? I'm going to add it to my wing gun base. And again, I'm not a super fan of basically the attack rate. The attack rate does work though on Conquer. Well, it did in my last test. But with them buffing things and changing things, some of these technologies tend to not work. And so I've just been a little trained not to put so much tech into this because I'm a Conqueror fan. Now, your other ships, again, guys, the attack rate does work, but this is a Conqueror kind of specific thing, so I don't want you racing out, but I still would do my critical damages and my bases before the attack rate anyways between us guys. So, but I have nothing really else to spend my points on, so guess what? I'm going to, of course, put it to that because I don't want what? I don't need defense. So, since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and save this, and this is how you guys do it. Look, I just saved that technology so I don't have to do it again. And so I have my aerial against Legion boss technology on. I have my aerial technology, but look what would have happened. If I would have went in, I would have had hard rock on. And so I'm going to switch over to Titan. And so a lot of players, and they'll argue that one's energy, that one's, and most players do not know what the Titan or these are. A lot of times it's just a good idea if you guys can get Hanzo awakened or a pilot with both. These seem to do pretty dang effective against Titan, and so I personally use Hanzo against Titan, and I use Hanzo against Legion bosses because we don't know exactly what is what and which one's energy. And I mean, I guess if you sat here and did a big average, you might be able to figure it out, but there hasn't really been anybody that I've really ran across that says, hey, that one is specifically energy. Nope, the Titan is specifically physical. And so I like to use Hanzo again because he does what? Energy defense break and physical defense break. And so I'm getting a little bit of both worlds here out of using this pilot. And so you're seeing me switch over to basically what I'm going to do on my Legion. Again, this is how I play daily. And since I've been sitting here rattling off here, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get my freebie while I'm doing this. So one last check here, guys, on my equipment. I've got basically all my Conqueror stuff together. But here's what I can do now that I changed my tech. I can still throw my leftovers back onto my ultimate bomb as my savings account or my bank account. Again, what good's the ultimate bomb on the Legion boss? None. What good is the ultimate bomb on the Titan? None. And so I can use those funds. I know if I have about 5 million stars in that fund, I can come over and do something with one of my ships, just as kind of an example. So I use, again, my ultimate bomb as a savings account, and it telling me, hey, it might be time to go upgrade something. And so that's just how I play. This is my own little secret, my own little tips to you guys, how I use the ultimate bomb. And the crazier part is I put a video out quite a long time ago about how you don't even really notice the difference when you have this up versus if you have it off. You go into endless and you go into your missions, that ultimate bomb seems like it works almost identically the same. And you know, maybe there can be a little bit more testing on that, but I did a pretty good video to where I was on level, what was it, 220 on endless with the ultimate and without the ultimate, and it destroyed them pretty much the same way. I couldn't really tell. And so with me playing the game as much as I have and doing testing and stuff, you know, this is, again, my little tip and how I play this. And you guys don't have to do it this way by any means, but I'm just showing you a cool little tip into how I do my dailies. I can upgrade it instantly, get my daily mission reward for it. And so I'm just showing you guys my pilot. Of course, I have Hanzo on. And so we have the right technology. And I think we're ready. But I take a lot of time here, guys. I do. Look, there's a diamond right there. I don't know if I have enough. Yep, right there. So right there. So again, if you get with a good Legion that is, you know, sharing diamonds and doing different things like that, I mean, You don't have to be rich to play this game. Just get with a good legion that's helping you out and sharing. All right, guys. So I do take my time, and I will check over and over before I do my legion bosses and before I do my titan. So, but I think we're ready to do this. Okay. Chaotic there, 7.8 trillion. This guy is absolutely a monster. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. You want good players, and you want all your players playing that so you can get your daily coins for your technology upgrades. So very crucial there, guys. And a lot of players always, especially newer players, why don't you ever do the wing gun? Your guns already have this, and no, they don't. And so, if you're arming that wing gun, you are losing major points, guys. I'm just telling you new players and some of you medium players that just haven't figured that out yet. You could do the testing all. Why don't you do the testing? And if you're watching me play and asking me, why don't you try putting on the super missile and the main gun versus what you're doing, and tell us what the results are? It'll almost be easier and faster for you to figure that out. But you'll never see me do the super wing gun. The wing gun is the weakest out of all the weapons, and so don't do that, guys. Just throwing you guys a bone and huge tip. Skip over it. Super missile, super main gun, and do your armor. At one point in time, there was a time about a year and a half ago where there was a bug or a glitch, and the wing gun was the better option than the actual armor. But in this case, you will lose points by even disarming the armor and putting on the wing gun. So you guys can go out and do those tests yourself. Just speaking out loud, like I said, as I'm playing this. And let's go and get some points for the team and some points for me. I don't care about getting hit a little bit. I want to buff that conquer shield so I can get my percent bonuses for a higher attack. No, I'm not trying to play this super all pro for you guys. Like I said, I don't really care about getting hit that much right now. But you are seeing me buff. Now that I hit that 20 mark, I'm going to hit my transformation. And I'm going to talk about a few things here. I'm not going to talk about this part. Why aren't you racing up? And I'm going to do that on the Titan with you guys. Like I said, I'm going to play this as if I am just doing my whole entire day. And again, I'm just able to speak out loud with you guys, but I am going to play this 520.1B. Not too bad. I'm not going to sit here and go over this over and over to get a little bit higher of a score on that. I'm going to just be okay with that for now. And especially now, guys, if you're in the Legion and again you're trying to get those tech coins, you're going to want to spend the extra diamonds coming up. So right here, remaining, buy. Yes, you want to buy those. Yeah, look at the reward level going up there. Absolutely, you want to buy those. Yeah, and again, if you've got a good Legion sharing diamonds, that's not going to matter. You can go get some more diamonds real quick. And again, you're not spending diamonds necessarily out of your own true pocket to do this. Just get with a good Legion that's sharing this stuff. So I'm showing you guys how to do this. I'm showing you what you should be looking for and why it's important to be with a good Legion and what you should be doing back to the Legion. And back meaning spending that extra 50 diamonds to get those points. So we have 8 players and we're already almost to level 12 already. And if a couple more players, they'll hit that level 12. We'll get that coin bonus. And yes, that is crucial. So, you know, etiquette, if your team isn't willing to spend diamonds to get that, it's going to take you forever to get your tech points. Yes, you want to get with a team that is spending some diamonds to help each other out. So, you know, not throwing any legions under the bus, but I've seen legions and been with legions that have told their players not to spend diamonds and on this, and those aren't the legions to be with. I'm just going to tell you guys now. Yeah, you want all of your legion players to spend that extra. Again, all you have to do is just go collect something within your the diamonds within your legion. So absolutely, go and get those. Yes, absolutely. So right here, all of our players, and that's another reason why we're at reward level 11 already, is all of our players, yes, we all want to do that. Yes, we want those tech points. Absolutely. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. Okay. So now that I've been rattling off, and I did another, look what I'm going to do. I'll get my little chest here. And so what else do we have here, guys? We got a couple of things. And why are we doing this video again? Just as a reminder, we are doing it for, so I still haven't gotten the destroy 50 planes, destroy 5 helicopters, destroy 3 strong foes, destroy 1 boss. But the only reason why I'm showing that is just so that we're not completely, seemingly detouring from what we're actually trying to accomplish. But I'm showing you guys exactly how I play this daily, so that you guys might have especially the new players, you know, what you guys should be doing also. So, but I'm not ready to do that yet, okay? There was still something huge that I haven't done here. I haven't collected all my idle reward freebies either. So I'm going to claim my idle rewards. Now, there's the other thing about here, let me go back here, guys. So there's another little kicker to your privilege cards here, guys, and this is important, even though I'm a little bit off on what's going to happen here. But your privilege card, if you read idle rewards, stars and equipments, plus 5%. Energy claim attempts for idle rewards, plus 1. Now in the super privilege, idle rewards, stars and equipment, plus 10%. So now I have 15% extra of getting extra stars and equipment. Energy claim attempts for idle rewards is plus 3. Max energy plus 20. Collection center fuel recovery time reduced 10 minutes. So there's another reason why you guys would want to do these privilege cards is for this also. So I'm going to go back, quick rewards. And normally I would kind of do this first, and I did do this way backwards here a little bit. Normally I'd go and get my little chest. Second, I would normally come and grab these. And the reason why I'd grab these is so that all of my energy and everything is up to par. I would have 40 out of 40 energy. Then I would be able to just blow through this. And 40 times 5 is 8. So there's 8 remaining here. So with the super privilege card every day, I can just eat these up without having to do any diamonds, without having to do anything. So I'm going to have to claim. Now I get my extra 10. Did you see that? Because the privilege card I get, or the super privilege, I get my extra 10 energies that aren't sitting up there though, before I have to start spending diamonds. So I can do that. So I'm going to go claim. See it right there. Now I'm at 9. And that's because of that privilege card. And so this helps me cruise through this pretty easily without having to spend what? A lot of extra money and extra diamonds. Yeah, right here, of course, you guys want to claim all of this. This is all just free stuff here, guys. To a degree. So I'm going to sit here and absolutely grab all of this. But again, I would probably do this a little bit more in the beginning just because I was jumping around a little bit, just trying to help some of you guys understand what you should get and what you're looking for. Again, I'll do my chest first, I do my pilot, then I do my drone, then I jump over to this, get all of this out of the way right here, and then, you know, again, there's not a right or wrong way to do this, guys, but just make sure that you're going through your day and getting this stuff. It's all free, and make sure that you have like a little tiny system that's working for you is basically what I'm saying here. I'll get my free now. And then I've got everything there, but look, 270,000 stars right there, give or take, that I got extra from the idle rewards and from this little section here. And so since I'm playing and I didn't know I got all that stuff, I'm gonna go back to my equipment and look what I'm gonna do now. Now that I know I've got a lot of that stuff and a lot of my free stuff, and now I'm gonna fuse all of my weapons together here automatically. Yep, that's awesome right there. So I will fuse all my stuff together. This helps kind of keep some of your boxes from over bulking by auto fusing. So basically, for the new players, all of your black boxes down at the bottom there, you need 3 of those to make green, 3 greens to make blue, 3 blues to make purple, 3 purples to make gold, and so on. So by fusing all those together, like I said, it'll start fusing all of these different colors together to make the next set, So I do that daily just to try to keep my boxes down, and it's a little bit easier to understand and take a look at. So there's me fusing today. Now what can I do with all that extra stars? I can put it where? Into my bank account is what I call this. Okay, so we're not done yet, guys. We still got a ways to go here. And so what is next? We have Titan. And so I am sitting in 5th right now. Okay, so just to show you guys, I'm going to change my technology. And actually, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. Because guess what? If I change my technology, I'll just do it in front of you guys. If it says, oh, okay, it let me. Actually, I had enough sitting there. Okay, but here is my Titan setup that works phenomenal for me. And so I'll start backwards. And now on your Titan, you do want some defense on there, guys. Anytime I've tried it with lower defense or no defense or way too much defense, I lose points. There is a fine line on this technology. And I have not been able to find a better technology setup for me. I have changed this at least 1,000 times trying to figure this out. So always put a little bit on your defense. Your medium players, maybe around 35. You starting out players, you're still going to want to put a little tiny bit on there. Your damage increase, we are against what though, guys? And even on the defense, we're against a ground enemy. And some players are still confused. Why is it a ground? Well, if it's an octopus from the ocean, that would be more of a ground level boss, even though it's floating there. I know, guys. I know it's floating. Should still be aerial, but it is considered to be a ground. Also, reduced damage from what? It's a ground what? Boss. And so damage increase. What is it again? Damage against enemies on the ground. And also right there is the key. I guess I just said it out loud. Ground and water. If it's a squid, it is ground. And what was it in? Water. So there's the actual right answer right there. By me just saying that out loud. I guess I've never said that out loud like that. And what is it again, guys? It is a boss. And so Me personally, again, because I'm using Conquer, I'm not going to do the main gun attack rate. I would rather put that into another technology, such as the damage increase or the enemy weakened, for one. Number two, your critical damage and critical rates for both main gun and your missiles first. I haven't maxed out. I still do pretty good by putting some on the wing gun. Now, me, if I was a newer player, even a medium player, I wouldn't put anything on the wing gun at all. I would put it again into the damage increase, enemy weakened, and then my main gun and my missiles. And then what else, guys, do we have? And I just threw a little bit on armor damage. I really probably normally wouldn't, but I just did because I had some little tiny bit leftovers. And then the big one again is increase armor base. Absolutely try to max that out as much as possible, guys. But look what I have here. I still have some technology. And let's do this. Wing gun attack rate. And this is what I'm talking about. When I have that little small change, I'll even use some of these technologies just as a little bank account. And then when it gets a little crazy here, I'll reset the technology, take it off of some of the ones I told you guys, but I'll use it as a little bank account. I mean, in the meantime, it's not hurting me by putting it on there. So since we are here, what can I do now, guys? I can save that technology. So now my technology is up to date. The only one that's not up to date would be my ground, but I haven't done anything with the ground Legion boss, maybe tomorrow. But that's how I set mine up, guys, and that's how I know what I'm doing. And so pilot's I'm gonna use the same pilot. I'm gonna use the same drones. Talent, what is it? It is a ground. So these aerial gems are not gonna do anything for me, guys. So I'm gonna put my ground gems on here. So look, so ground, and I have boss attack. So right here for me, this is the right setup. And what do? I'm going to go through and I'm just going to make sure I still have a little bit of change left over. I'll throw it back onto what? My savings account. That's what I call that. That's just me again. But I have the right equipment on. I have the right fighter. I've got the right pilot. I've got the right drones. And I have the right technology. And yes, I will check this. And so now we are ready to do what? The Titan Challenge. All right, guys, now we are on the Titan, and it's going to be a lengthy video, I told you guys, but I was going to show you exactly how I play every day. If I wasn't explaining things, I'd get through this quite a bit faster, but Titan, maybe I can answer a few questions on the Titan. I showed you my technology. I told you why I have that technology on there. I am a Conquer fan. My destroyer is basically trash. Otherwise, I would be playing with the destroyer to get my double points. And for the new players, right here, there's a little tiny Titan challenge. And it tells you the rules basically here. And it also tells you, let me see if I can move this real quick. It tells you Kraken. You see that right there in the right-hand corner? It's telling you that if you equip all the destroyer equipment, that you'll get the 2 times bonus. But again, my Conqueror is so much more powerful than my destroyer that I really don't have a choice but to use my Conqueror, just to make sure that that's clear with everybody here. And so that's why you'll see a lot of players still using other ships to play the Titans, because to get that Titan gear takes a very long time. I have a pretty decent Thor setup, but it takes a very long time. It can be very expensive if you're buying into it versus going in to basically your Planet Wars or your Titan shop and using your coins basically to get your gear. But you can see here, by me playing the Titan, look at all the gear that I've been able to buy with the Titan coins. So it is important to play this every single day. It's important to try to maximize your score and to get into eventually legend, to get all those bonus points by getting up through the tiers. And that's how you can buy some of this gear if you guys aren't wanting to buy into the actual game. But it can take a very long time. So again, my destroyer is trash right now. So I'll tell you guys that out loud. Kind of funny. But at the same time, yeah, using the right Titan ship to the right Titan itself can really maximize your score also, guys. But I'm a Conqueror fan. I do use the Conqueror on a lot of stuff. And so maybe I can explain, even though I've got a ton of videos you guys can go through, and I show comparisons into why do I not fly up onto the Titan? Why do I stay back? Is it better to stay in one spot? Is it better to move? I have comparison videos on everything, guys. So if you scroll through the channel, I know there's a lot of videos up there, but there's a lot of videos on a lot of these topics individually also that you can scroll through and somewhat get information. Some of it's old. Again, with the game changing a lot, this is why I'm doing this video. Is from my old school. How do I play my dailies versus now is completely different. So these videos will be updated over time, depending on how Wing Fighter updates their game itself. So, but again, this is for the Conquer players and explanations, and really this does apply to some of the other ships to a degree, maybe not so much the missiles. So let me challenge this. I'll stop yapping a little bit here so that we can not make this a 19-hour long video. But going back to, again, guys, do not super your wing gun. I know you guys think that you're going against the grain, or you might know something better, but there are tons of comparison videos, again, that I have done on this. Now, some of you players are all big into no hit. You want to know what I have to say about that? I don't care if I get hit a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second. We'll get past this first little piece. This is the best way that I've found to play this Titan with the Conqueror. Now, right here is going to answer one question right out the gate. Why are you not flying up and having your bullets hit? Well, technically, I'm going to lose a lot of points that way, guys. And why would I lose points? Hey, you're in Titan mode. You think that you would get more points by using that the bullets. Well, technically, your missiles are more powerful together than your Titan transformation or your Titan blast or whatever you guys want to call it. And so, well, what do you mean by your missiles are more powerful? And I'm going to show you guys here in a minute what I mean. So right here, like I said, I don't care if I get hit a little bit. I'd rather get hit, but what am I doing constantly here, guys? I'd rather take a little hit and make sure that my gun is constantly hitting the core of this Titan. If you're flying around, you're trying to avoid, and hey, I got a no hit, but you're not hitting the Titan, who cares? You're not maximizing your points. And so right here, I am trying to maximize my points. So right there, I'm at, what does that say? 98.5. Those little hits that I got didn't really even matter that much, guys, at all. So I don't care about getting hit a couple of times. I care more about, and I keep moving around in circles on purpose, just pointing to you guys that I would rather it be on the core of this Titan. And so what do you mean your missiles are more powerful than your Titan? Well, right here, guys, count how many times the missiles launch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those balls going up launched 5 rows times 2 of each one of those balls at that core. That is way more powerful than me sitting up on that core. And if I sit up on the core like this, guys, look, I'm losing my missile value. I'm losing, they're only going 1-2 times. Versus if I'm sitting back here, they're going 5 times. That is way more powerful than your main gun. And again, you're now losing your point value out of your missiles. And so just to answer that question directly, I have a ton of test videos. I used to even do it. I'll show you guys another way I used to do this. And this still might not be a complete bad way. And so there was a little compromise that everybody was trying to figure out. And some players still insist that you can get a stronger hit value by going up with the wing gun. But I'm not worried about the wing gun is, again, not your most powerful weapon here. So I wouldn't worry about maximizing my wing gun again at all in any facets, from technology to how to play the Titan or the Legion boss. I would rather know that my missiles and my main gun are what are getting me my points. But let me see if I can show you another way. And I was, a big fan of doing it this way also, and doing a compromise between why aren't you using your Titan main gun in the transformation. And there's my answer, but watch this, guys. I'm going to show you. So you can time your missiles doing the 5 rounds and maximizing your gun a little bit. And some claim by doing this up and down motion that you're getting a better value out of your wing gun. So me personally, I've done tests on it, and I always scored a little bit higher sitting back underneath. See that? I'm going to do it one more time. I don't want to lose too much point value by doing this. But right here, sitting right about where your transformation button is, your nose, to let those missiles do their job and to maximize the rotation of them coming out. So right there, guys, there's your answer. Getting up on that core, you are going to lose points. And I have videos proving that. If you have videos or you think that you have a better way of doing this, especially with the Conquer, please, I watch everybody's videos that they send me. I try to answer everybody's questions the best that I can. If I can't, I have a couple of resources that I turn to. And yes, I even still have mentors. Trump is a big one that I ask a lot of questions to. And technician from Dirty Old B Legion is a good friend of mine, and I lean on him with some of the technical questions. And I even have players that I lean on, guys. So I don't have all the answers, and I am not a master at this game by any means. And so, yes, it's important to find good people and players that are willing to talk to you and to give you some of these small little tips. For me, it's always been about, hey, you know what? If I can make you better and push you to be better at this game, what are you doing to me? You're pushing me to learn new strategies and to be better at the game. And especially for the newer players, it's a tough game. It's tough to find anybody that is willing just to take any time to help you out. And, for me, I think it's important to help others out. Again, that's what pushes the game. By me pushing you, you're pushing me to be a better player. And so that's the bottom line for me, guys. I love helping people out. And I've had a lot of people help me with the game. And I've said this in a lot of my other videos, just getting really bad advice in Discord forums. Just horrible advice. It is very tough sometimes to find which player is actually not giving you bad advice versus the players. And so I would rather have proof I would rather have proof, and that's what these videos were for. And originally, I started these videos for my team that I used to run back in the day. I was tired of saying the same thing over and over. And so I started these videos to help my team members and some of the new players that were on the team. And then finally, somebody suggested, you need to open up a YouTube channel. I originally wasn't going to make this public. And again, just helping other new players on our team with longer videos. And finally, I just said, you know what, let's just open it up to the public. I don't have all the answers. Maybe somebody could teach me something as, I'm teaching somebody else. And I'm really glad that I did that. It's just been a lot of fun making these videos for you guys and meeting so many really, really cool players out there, and now friends. And so it's really been neat for me to see how successful these little videos have been. And I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. And again, I do try to subscribe to your channels as you subscribe to mine. I try to answer everybody's question, no matter what language it's in. And again, if I can't get the answers, I have other players that I lean on. So, but 2.6T, that's not bad, guys. I'm not going to cry about that. I mean, that's not a horrible score. And so let's play it again. Yep, we're going to play it again, and I jumped into first with that. And again, why are we doing this video? For the daily missions and to show you guys how I play this game daily. That way you guys can maybe have a little better strategy on how you guys can put getting your freebies and everything together. But I do this pretty much almost the same way, except for, like I said, I do my little treasure trove a little bit faster in the beginning there. And so again, guys, I don't care about getting hit a little bit on this. I would rather have my guns and my missiles constantly hitting versus worrying about dodging, flying up behind its head. And that's not the point of this game. You're not by far going to get a better score by doing that. You're probably going to hurt yourself and wondering why you can't get into Legend or some of the other ones that you're trying to get in. If you're flying around and doing all kinds of weird stuff, you're not maximizing. So again, I don't get too caught up on getting hit a little bit. I would rather know that I'm constantly hitting this core. Now, towards the end, I know he's going to fire, so usually I'll come off to the left or the right a little bit so I can dodge a little bit here. But me, now, instead of moving around in circles, just trying to highlight just, some of the stuff, I like to be a little nose up, again, over that transformation. But one thing I like to do is I do like to move a little bit. And let me show you guys something. So, and I will move within that territory a little bit. And I'll also kick off. Did you see that? I kicked off to the left. And for some odd reason, and not odd maybe, and maybe I can show you guys, I seem to get a lot more dodges doing that little kick. And if I don't get the misses, I'll come back to the center and I'll stay put for a second. But let me see if I can show you guys something. So look at this blast, guys. If you look real careful, look to the left, there's a little thin spot that comes out of that. And with that little thin spot, that's what I'm trying to, right there. Look, I got a miss. There's a little tiny thin spot. If you're paying attention, if you slow that down, maybe we'll do it one more time. Let me see. So right there, you can see that little tiny thin spot in the beginning there. And so for some odd reason, when I kick to the left a little bit, for some odd reason, uh, get a few extra dodges. Some will argue, and I've done videos on that little comparison also, guys. I mean, I have a ton of videos on this channel that, yes, I have tried it all. See, there it is. There's that little dodge. And now that I've gotten that, I might try to get my center right there. I got my center. And so there is a little strategy of why you guys are seeing me do that. And so now that I've got a few misses, I'll change up a little bit here. And for some odd reason, when I do this, it just seems like I get a lot more misses versus just sitting there. Some will argue just sitting there, you get better dodges and you get a higher score. And I even have videos on that. And yeah, there's a little difference in it. And the reason why I play it the way I play it is, again, after all the testing I've done and even still trying to learn a couple of other little secrets and tips and stuff, don't get stuck in your ways, guys. This game is constantly changing. They're nerfing stuff. They're making other things more powerful. They're doing this. They're doing that. So something that was working 6 months ago might not work at all now. So do not get completely hung up and stuck in your ways. Constantly test this yourself. If you don't like my videos or you think I'm doing it wrong, go test it yourself. All I'm doing is opening up the doors for you guys to just seeing how somebody else can do this. Or, the other thing with testing is you only have X amount of times that you can test something in a short video. So for me, a lot of these videos are about, can I see a difference or can I not see a difference? I'm not going to sit there and try to play a numbers game that's never going to add up. And been able to prove that a few times. So I'm not a super huge numbers guy like that. I don't believe in the numbers like that because, again, this game is constantly being nerfed and they're constantly changing stuff, and the numbers will never add up the way that you think, or you can even prove that they add up the way that they say. So for me, again, this game is about, can I see a difference? Do I see it equal? Do I see it on an average? And that's good enough for me to know what I should be doing or what you should be doing. But don't hesitate to record your videos. Don't hesitate to try something new. And again, don't get stuck in your ways. But you see that, guys, that little kickback that some players will say, oh, it's just chance, and it's just, you're probably right. But at the same time, I just feel like I do get a few more dodges just mixing it up a little bit versus just being stationary. And so again, now you guys know why I stay back, let my missiles do my... And again, you can do that little flying up and down thing that I was showing you guys. But in some of my other tests, it did seem like I was still getting more point value out of just sitting back and letting the missiles versus the Titan transformation. So there was a couple of different ways. Yeah, you can get up on that core. That's fine, guys. But again, you saw when the missiles launch, especially for the Conqueror, you're losing 3 rounds of those missiles going up. So I would rather have my missiles, and again, after testing it so many times and even putting videos up as proof, yeah, sit back here, guys. Sit back, especially the Conqueror players. And normally I wouldn't circle too much. Normally, right there. Did you see it again, guys? I don't know if that's a coincidence or... And then, like I said, I'll mix it up just a tiny bit. I'll come down just a little bit. I'll come down and do it a little bit, but I'll mix it up a little bit after I get a couple of those misses. And it just seems like it just works better for me, guys. So to explain a lot of this to you, and you know, if you guys have little tips and little things that are working for you, please feel free to leave a comment. But 2.7T, I'm not going to complain about that either. Not a bad run in front of you guys. Now we're starting to get to the end of the day here to a degree. So look, I'm going to come back and do what? Before I do anything else, I'm going to get my chest freebies here. And I only have 3 left now. And again, I probably would have cruised through this a little bit faster if I wasn't talking and talking out loud. And but what are we doing? I'm trying to collect our daily missions, but at the same time, I'm just playing the whole game to collect the daily missions and make sure that I didn't miss anything, and I'm maximizing. But what do we have left? So I had told you guys earlier that this is a pretty good general play technology, right? And that's another reason why I'm showing you guys how I play it. So I'm not switching that technology 10 zillion times, going back and forth. But I did my Titan, but now what can I do? I can do the endless voyage. And so I'm going to just check everything. I'm constantly always doing that. And I'm okay with anything on here. The endless voyage, if I was doing Star Scramble and Planet War still, it might even be a good idea because well, I guess I could have left the boss on for the bosses. But at the same time, you know, what's the toughest part about the endless voyage in the missions, guys? What do you think the toughest part is? For me, it's the dang ground enemies. And so I might go ahead and just load my ground gems in here just to do it. Now, if I go back to my technology, what do I have? Against ground enemies. And so I do still have some boss tech for the boss, but I'm maximizing a little bit of my gems now to helping me out. And so since I'm sitting here, okay, nothing for me, but look at my Legion and the diamonds here, guys. This is what I'm talking about. If you have a good Legion, you can spend some diamonds and go and collect those. And again, these are free. So just being with a good Legion and paying attention and snagging some of these, you can do everything that I just showed you without having to spend $1 million. If you're going to spend some money, again, get your battle passes, get your privilege card, and get that dang ad free. And, you know, get with a good Legion and pace yourself and make sure you're doing your Titan and you're with a good Legion doing your Legion bosses for what? So that you can get your coins and that you can get your special Titan gear by doing the Titan Challenge and by doing Planet Wars and by doing Star Scramble. So you don't have to spend $1 million if you don't want to. It's going to take a little bit longer, but you don't have to spend money, major money, to enjoy this game and play this game. Again, so for me, I said it earlier, there's always going to be somebody bigger and badder, guys. Always, 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 always. There's always going to be somebody bigger and badder. So, you know, once you figure that out, set your pace, set your goals, and play the game and try to enjoy the best that you can. And so, what do we have left here, guys? Endless Voyage. Now, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and do this here, guys, but I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so they're going to make me spend some diamonds this time because I, again, did it a little bit differently than I would. Normally, I would not even have to do that. But that's okay for the sake of this game, for you guys. Okay. And so this is how I play this game every day, guys. Okay. So I've got my freebies there. I'm not going to worry about completely so I guess we'll go after the Conqueror stuff. I guess it doesn't really much matter at this point. Once I get my gear set, we'll cruise through this real quick, guys. I don't want to completely bore you guys to death here. There that is. And I have all my Conqueror gear right there. So normally I would come through here, guys. And maybe I will a little bit here. I was going to cruise right through this, but I need to make sure I can level up this equipment real quick. Once I have all this to basically 4 stars to 5 stars, I will just skip over it, but I'll show you what I mean. And don't forget those free stars in between all of this, guys. Take the little extra time and grab those. See that? Grab those. I think it was 217. What's my... Okay, so I think right here... Okay, so I'm just going to cruise through this now. This is what I meant here, guys. I'll just cruise through this real quick. But I do want to upgrade... Oh, I guess I should have grabbed my Conqueror gun, but that's alright. But your most important is your main gun and your missiles. So I'm going to do it the same way. I'm not a big fan of the armor. I mean, you get hit, guys. I don't have anything good to say about the armor. I don't have anything good to say about the heart value. When you get a heart, you get, what, 1%, maybe 2% back for grabbing a heart, but you get hit one time and they take 50%. Again, I don't invest a lot into the armor. Our whole goal is try not to get hit, because even if you get hit and you got great armor, it's trash. So there, I said it out loud. Yep, I said it out loud. So our whole goal here now is to finish off the daily missions, and that's why I do this last, is because I want to do my Legion boss, and then I want to do my Titan. And so when I get to my Titan, I know I can use the same technology for my Titan. So I guess that's why I have this developed the way that I have it developed, because I do switch technologies. I do like to maximize my point value. But one thing I told you guys is I'm tired of switching out those drones, and so that's why you saw me in Star Scramble. I love the recoils. The recoils do work better for that, but I am so sick of the way Wing Fighter has set that up. And again, that whole defense on that kind of upsets me a little bit, because once you save that, it's supposed to be saved, but we're not going to beat a dead horse. But okay, and I'm not going to completely bore you guys going as far as I can on this, but what do we want to get that's in that daily mission? One of them is defeat a boss. So I want to defeat a boss, and once I defeat a boss, I can just quit, and then I got all my daily missions, and that's what I'm going to do for you guys, just to show you. And generally, the reason why I like to do the endless voyage is just say I am a little strapped on time. Generally, I should be pretty close to a boss. If I only have to do 20 or 30 levels versus 50 levels, I can get it done a little bit quicker by doing the endless voyage. what is it, every 30 stages, you basically get a boss. So what's crazy is it does trigger a strong foe. So I think some of these bigger ships in the endless, they still account as a strong foe. Well, obviously they do. Versus in a mission, you're going to have 3 strong foes in the mission, which is the stealth bomber and the asteroids basically flying around. Those are 3 strong foes, and you know, a lot of the newer players get mixed up, and it's pretty, and I understand why, but when you go to play the Titan, what does it say in the beginning? Strong foe in the beginning, even though it is a boss. So especially for the new players, that is absolutely confusing. Makes no sense. It says strong foe in the beginning. I don't know if they're just throwing you off or why they did that, but your Titan is a boss. Your Legion boss is called what? Legion boss. So right here, guys, watch. There's my ultimate, and it's not even a full ultimate, and it worked as if it's a full ultimate. So again, I use that ultimate as a little savings account here, guys. But look what we did. I beat the boss, and so I can do this with you guys. I can just get out of here, and guess what? I can quit. And I got my rewards for that. And guess what? I am almost done with my day. I've got 2 more of these little chests that I can grab here, which I will by the end of the night. And I will get all my freebies. Okay. I did all of my events. I am done with the tower challenge. I have no more that I can complete here, guys, but all of my events are done. Come back in here and claim these. But normally I'll just wait for them all to go to collection center. Let's see. Okay. I can live with that. But all of my events are done. All of my freebies are done. Nothing's lit up. There's no exclamation, red exclamations anywhere saying that I'm missing anything. My equipment, of course, you're going to have a red exclamation if you're saving your pilot cards and you're not updating some of your pilots here. I did get a key. I will use my key because that's free. I will hit my chest again here. And guess what, guys? All I have is 1 more. And look here, guys. So daily missions. We know for a fact we got all of our freebies. I'm going to claim. And now I can hit each one of these. Get my freebies for the day on this also. So the game does give you guys a lot of freebies, guys. You just have to go out and get them all. And right here, I got all my freebies. I got everything here, guys. Got an extra pilot card, Rhinite. Yeah, I got everything. Look, I am done with this. I will come back to my shop here. I've got 10 more seconds. And guess what, guys? I have completed my whole entire day in one go here. And I am done. All my freebies. I did my Titan challenge. I did Star Scramble for the most part. And did my Legion boss. Did my endless. I've got all my freebies. And I've got my daily. So I am pretty much done unless I want to come in throughout the rest of the night and go and get things through my Legion, help them pull, help them get their diamonds while I'm getting diamonds. And again, coming back here, if you're just sitting there and you opened up the game, go do your tasking, guys, regardless. Just takes a second. And yeah, you're still getting pilot cards and different stuff like that. Or not pilot, but commander cards and stuff. So if you're short on any of that stuff, I mean, you'll want to do this. Again, I'd like to have Mina one of these days, or one of these years, or one of these decades. So I'll make a little joke out of that. But yeah, just go in there and click those. But guys, I am done. This is how I run my whole entire day. Again, one last time for the new players here, or people struggling. How much do I how long is it going to take me before I can do this again? Remaining time 17 hours and 54 minutes. So I cannot do anything if it resets and I go and do any of these missions before I look at my remaining time. None of it is going to count, and then you're going to think that the game ripped you off or there's something wrong with the game. And again, about a week ago, week and a half, or whenever they did the update, they changed all of this. So you have to take a look at that timer. I won't be able to do this for another 17 hours, almost 18 hours. So keep an eye on that. And if you guys figure that out and know how to look at that, then you'll know when to actually start all your freebies and your missions and different things like that. So hopefully this wasn't too boring for you guys. But again, at the same time, I'm glad to have gone through all of this. That way you guys have a complete and updated discussion with me, what I do with my technology, how I run my day. So as I say in all of my videos at the end, well, not all of them, but the majority, guys, just have fun. Don't be afraid to try something different, and lend a reaching hand. If somebody has a question, help them out. And one last time on this too, guys, if you are recording any videos, you think you have something better, you have a better way of doing this, or you just have a question, please leave a comment. And again, I really do appreciate you guys. And until the next video.